Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our two newly released books, Football, a Love Story, and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. So let's get things kicked off by taking a look at some keys to victory for both teams in this ball game. And we're going to start with the home team, the Philadelphia Eagles. It's about catering to the skills of your young rookie quarterback, Carson Wentz. This is a guy that does a great job in throwing your curls, comebacks, your seams, and your skinny posts. Those short stick routes where he can plant his foot in the ground and get the football out of his hands quickly. Also throwing on the move are things that he does well. You don't want him to stand back there with those 5 to 7 step drops versus a 3-4 defense because he could struggle in that capacity. So cater to the strengths of the rookie quarterback to help him get off the ground early in this ball game. And defensively, it's about push versus pressure versus a mobile quarterback like RG3, who still at times tends to vacate the pocket a little bit prematurely. So if you're going to get pushed, you want to have those ends push up the field and then start to flatten out once they reach the back foot of the quarterback, Robert Griffin III. And also on the inside, it's about staying gaps out and pushing through your man to secure your gap, because if you clear a lane, he's going to take off and gas you, and it could be a way that they can stay on the field. And defensively as well, I think they have to own the middle of the field. We know RG3 will want to go down the sideline with the accuracy that he has on the deep passes, but you want him to go over the middle of the field where he has to be precise, he has to be decisive, and he has to show the anticipatory skills to not only beat the pressure but also avoid throwing a turnover or throwing an interception. So I think the Eagles have to be able to own the middle of the field defensively if they want to shut down this Browns passing game. And moving over to the Browns in this ball game, I think it's about getting versatile up front defensively. I know what we saw in the preseason isn't always indicative of what we can expect in a regular season, but the Browns have to do a better job of stopping the run. I think it all starts with getting versatile. I like the personnel that they have within the front seven. So maybe sometimes you'll see a 4-man front. Sometimes you may see guys like Danny Shelton, Jamie Meter, as well as Stephen Paya up front in that 3-4 defense that allows those guys on the outside to get pressure. So I do think they have to find ways to get versatile up front to stop the run. They also have to play winning special teams. The one element of the game the Eagles have, I think, in their advantage is the kicking game and also the return game. You can't give up cheap yardage to a guy like Darren Sproles that can really shrink the field or shorten the field for Carson Wentz in that offense. And they have to develop a ground game. That's the other part that I'm looking to see from the Browns this year. Can they get a consistent ground game going, which would allow themselves the opportunity to operate off play action and develop a deep passing game off of it? So I think they have to avoid a one-dimensional approach in this matchup, and it all starts by developing a ground game with Isaiah Crowell and also Duke Johnson. Defensive coordinator Ray Horton is facing a rookie quarterback in Carson Wentz this week versus Philadelphia, and I'm going to show you how they can confuse the rookie by sending delayed pressure, trying to get a bad decision or force a turnover. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. Again, 3-4 defense. Pre-snap looks like cover 3 or cover 1. And what we know about Carson Wentz based off film studies is that he's a guy that tends to lock in the pocket as far as like set his feet, plant his feet, and will try to fire the football in there quickly. So he doesn't have good feet in the pocket, and when you're facing a guy like that, it would be wise to blitz him and force him off the spot or try to get to him quickly because he won't move. We saw this versus Tampa Bay in the preseason, and that's why he took that hellacious hit that bruised his ribs and knocked him out of the preseason. But again, he's a mobile guy, so if you're going to blitz, you better get there quick. So what we're going to do, if we're Ray Horton, we're going to send strong safety pressure on a delayed pressure. So drawing everything up here, we're going to be manned up on the corners. These guys are taking the inside position, trying to force these receivers going down the sideline. Why? Because you want to take away any quick in-breaking routes, because if he's running a slant off of blitz, you're already in position to pick it off and break up the pass at least. So what you want to do is be inside slightly, force these guys to go down the sideline. That's why you're lying here, force those guys to go down the sideline. You want to try to force Carson Wentz to either go to a back or to tight end. So what we're going to do up front, we're going to have this backer drop back into his hook to curl area. We're going to have these guys up front run simple pressures, pushing through the center, going straight through the center. And we're going to have this 5 technique here. Get a good bump, hold, allow this guy to come on the outside, free up, and he's going to drop back in a zone cover. So a little zone blitz here with the 5 technique, getting a good bump and dropping back. And we're going to walk these backers up. So we're going to show double A or B gap pressure. We don't know just yet. Carson Wentz doesn't know just yet. So he sees 2 backers walking up. He's like, okay, they're going to go all out blitz. Hopefully I can keep my 2 backs in to pick up these 2 linebackers, and I have one-on-one on the outside with my eligible receivers. But what we're going to do, we're going to also send him, boom, B gap. And as the cadence starts to wind down, we're going to slowly walk him up too. And this is where the delayed pressure comes in, because if none of these backs peel out, which they probably won't because he sees 2 backers creeping up to blitz, there's no scat call in place. Boom, he's shooting A gap. There's your delayed blitz. He's faking his blitz and dropping right back in this zone, hopefully to pick off that quick slant or quick pop pass to the tight end. So, and he has his deep third. So this is where you want to confuse the rookie. You have interior pressure, a blitz coming backside. You're showing max blitz, so that's why you're going to keep those 2 backs in to help protect. You're delaying the strong safety blitz and trying to influence a pass to go right here in the waiting arms of a backer. So I'm interested to see how creative Ray Horton can get with his blitz pressures this week versus the rookie quarterback, Carson Wentz. When you have mobility at the quarterback position, it makes you tough to defend. It makes it an 11-on-11 game. And I'm pretty sure when you're blitzing a mobile quarterback, they can't wait to get outside the pocket. So if you're Philadelphia, why not put Carson Wentz on the move to defend or to combat what Ray Horton will send at him? And that's going to frustrate that Browns defense. Show you what we're talking about here. And again, I'm a big fan of expanding a 3-4 defense with either double tight end sets or a spread set, because it easily identifies where that 4th or 5th rusher is coming from, and it puts you in a safe position if you're the quarterback. And what we're going to do, we're going to have Carson Wentz work touchdown to check down by putting him on the move. And what we're going to do, we're going to have this tight end on the backside slow block influence. Then he's going to go up and he's running an over route. Going to have backside receiver push up, stem to the post. Reason why he's trying to run a post on the backside, even though we're rolling this way, we're trying to take this guy out of the equation. So now you have this tight end working across the middle of the field. Safety has to pick a choice, and if Carson Wentz sets up just outside the tight end, he can hit this backside post if the safety is out of the area. But ideally, the safety will try to take away the deepest route, or he's supposed to. So now you have this crosser coming over. You're going to have the running back push up and out into the flat. You have tight end work up as if he's going to block, but he's pushing up and he's going to the corner. He's running that flag route. You're going to have this receiver work up and then also running a post. So what you're doing, like I said before, working touchdown to check down. So this would be your first read if you're Carson Wentz. This would be number 2, and this would be your check down. And if he has time, if these guys are able to occupy as far as their blockers and keep him well protected as he rolls out, he only has to stop halfway and he can hit this backside post, or he has the strong enough arm to hit this post here deep down the field. So he can take a deep shot if he's protected, if he has time. But if not, keeping with the mobility, working touchdown to check down. And if his 4th option, tuck it up, run, get positive yards. So this is one way you can frustrate a 3-4 defense, by moving the pocket, moving the launch pad spot. And that's the biggest problem when you have a mobile quarterback, what that does to a defense, especially an aggressive one like the Cleveland Browns.
The biggest X factor in this game for Cleveland, I believe, will be the play of these outside backers, these outside edge rushers, guys like Emmanuel Ogbah. You also look at another rookie in Joe Schobert. You look at Nate Orchard. These guys have to be able to bring that pressure on the outside on a consistent basis in order for this 3-4 defense to work. Carl Nassib is another guy that they're going to be expecting big things from. So how well these guys do from an outside linebacker standpoint, from a pass rusher standpoint, could ultimately determine how well they do in this ball game. And for Philadelphia, I think it's a simple one. The running game will be a huge X factor in this contest. Again, the Browns have shown issues in stopping the run. If they can get that ground game going, it's going to make life a heck of a lot easier for a rookie quarterback in Carson Wentz to be effective in the play-action passing game. So I think Ryan Matthews and company has to be able to establish a ground game early. It also starts with that offensive line being able to get push up front. I like the Browns in this ball game. 2 reasons why I think the Browns come away victorious in week 1. Number 1, you can't undersell the value of physical on the field reps. You get better by playing, not by sitting on the side and getting mental reps. Yes, mental reps are important, but you need those physical reps in that timing to get down to a T with those receivers. That's what Carson Wentz doesn't have. as he enters week 1 coming off of an injury and also only 24 snaps in the preseason. Also, you look at the fact that defensive coordinator Ray Horton is going up against a rookie quarterback. With the athleticism that they possess at the second level, you can expect a lot of exotic blitzes, a lot of things to cause confusion for a quarterback as he drops back to pass. So I think the Browns, both defensively and offensively, walk away winners at Lincoln Financial Field.